key principle for Australian government policymakers is that the cost burden of new regulation must be fully offset by reductions in existing regulatory burden. All regulatory costs, whether arising from new regulations or changes to existing regulation, must be quantified using the Regulatory Burden Measurement Framework. The framework must also be used for quantifying offsetting regulatory savings where applicable. This module provides advice on how to calculate regulatory costs using this framework. The framework is supported by the Regulatory Burden Measure, a cost calculator tool available from the OBPR website at rbm.obpr.gov.au. The Regulatory Burden Measurement Framework. All new regulations or changes to existing regulations must have the regulatory costs imposed on businesses, community organisations and individuals quantified. You must also identify, in dollar terms, measures that offset the cost imposed of the new regulations or changes to existing regulations. The Regulatory Burden Measurement Framework must also be used when costing the impact of the existing stock of regulation on businesses, community organisations and individuals. All RISs must include a regulatory costing and offset agreed by OBPR. For proposals where a RIS is not required, the regulatory costs and offsets must still be calculated and reported to the Office of Deregulation via your deregulation unit as part of the quarterly self-reporting process. Contact your deregulation unit for more information on this process. The Regulatory Burden Measurement Framework includes consideration of the following regulatory costs. 1. Compliance costs. These are administrative costs or costs incurred by regulated entities primarily to meet compliance with the regulation, usually record keeping and reporting costs. And substantive compliance costs or costs incurred to deliver the regulated outcomes being sought, usually purchase and maintenance costs. And 2. Delay costs. These are expenses and loss of income incurred by a regulated entity through an application delay or an approval delay. We'll explore these regulatory costs in detail below.